When done as much ketamine as I have, look as good you shall not. Hello, welcome to Knights of the Old Republic, where today, well, firstly I should tell you immediately that I am going to be busy Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday and Friday as well. I've got a lot of friends coming to visit. It's kind of this big coordinated thing we're doing since our last year that we're going to be kind of in this town that we're in, before we move away to greener pastures. So having kind of a big old party to coincide with Halloween, and it's, you know, getting like a lot of friends in. Long story short, gonna be extremely busy, so I'm gonna do a lot of pre-recording ahead of time. You won't miss any content, but it does mean I won't be able to read comments as much as I have been, but I have read through all of yesterday's comments, and if I remember anything pertinent, I will definitely bring it up, but I do always read the comments. Anyway, because I'm going to be doing kind of bulk recording and as much as I'm happy to do, I don't want to bulk record if it's going to obviously detract from the overall series. Oh, hello. What we'll do is we'll change the game plan very slightly, just because I might miss something without you guys giving me a nudge and saying, hey, do this or do that. I'm happy to continue and hopefully finish Kashyyyk, because we're not really through it, but we're already deep in Kashyyyk, you know? And pretty much the remainder of what happens in Kashyyyk takes place on this forest floor, not this particular map, but the rest of the forest floor. Now, I've written down a list, and this is going to be kind of the goal to go for over the next few days while I am kind of pre-recording a little bit here. I've written down a list of the best items we can get relatively soon-ish that would make our build very, very good. So, for example, I wanted to look up whether or not that armor we saw on Dantooine, Kassa's battle armor, is better than what we've got right now. Turns out there's only 1 point of defense in it. Calo Nord's battle armor is the second best heavy armor in the game when fully upgraded. Not to mention, of course, that's just in terms of pure defense. Not to mention, of course, it gives immunity to, was it critical hits and stun? I can't even see it now that I've said that. Yeah, I don't know why that was written on it anymore. Anyway, it's somewhere here. But that's, it's pretty damn good. But Kassa's battle armor gives 1 extra defense when it's fully upgraded, which isn't anything. But it gives a +1 to strength. And items that give an attribute bonus in this game are very, very significant. So we are almost certainly going to go for that. And then there is, for this build, nothing better we could ever get. I want to go back this way, because I noticed we met Jolie kind of around here, but we missed an entire way over in this direction. So we'll come back and see what we can find. Some rubble, which apparently we did grab. There is a Wookie corpse, though, which we certainly haven't. So the battle armor I do want to go and buy. If you remember, it was 10,000. Thank you for that. Bowcaster bolt casing, bowcaster and slaver contract. Interesting. Could that be, what was his name? Will? I don't speak Wookiee, I'm afraid. Do you see all those sparks falling down the hill there? What was that, I wonder? Then, for the best implant... Oh, these are the people Jolie wanted us to deal with anyway. Interesting, okay. Well, let's come back in this direction. I quite like about this quest, and this is one of those few times where there are multiple different approaches. But we'll go and explore the rest of the forest floor before we do that, because that's the main story, right? Now, for the implant, we've obviously got a level 3 implant that's pretty good. Gives immunity to mind-affecting poison, which is great. But there is also a Sith regenerating. Now, you don't have to be dark side or anything. It is just an implant at the end of the day. With that, it would give us health regeneration, which is a very, very, very powerful tool. Particularly given that we're not going to have any force powers, so we're not going to be able to buff ourselves up and use force, blah, blah, blah. I think that, honestly, a regeneration implant with the build we've got, big hits and big armor, to have big health along with that, I said big hits with an H, big hits and big armor along with that would be incredible. Oh, don't you not, you tie something to this branch, right? Or am I misremembering? I think this is for a future quest. I think having a regenerator that will make our guy automatically heal up when he is hit is going to make us really a force to be reckoned with, no pun intended. Then for the head, there is on Korriban a Sith Mask. We'll have to go...
My primary motivators are in proportion.
Oh.
Error. Damage terminal. Playback causal malfunction.
Hello there.
Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant said there was salvage down here. We need Matin to work the sensors.
Playback.
When he gets back, we'll... Wait, I'm getting something. Oh, good, it's Eli. Maybe he'll point us in the right direction.
Eli... Oh, God, what was his name again? Eli Gand?
You got your money, you double-crossing snake. We had a deal.
Oh. Eli Gand shot that man. What happened to you?
Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant...
Playback.
So he just says the same thing. We'll say, I'll scrap you and take what I can.
Shutting down.
You start with the droid's head, removing it and placing it in your pack, and energy discharge those through the remaining parts. Oh! Somebody left a comment. I think it was Blood Snake's Chaos. They asked why I hadn't been overloading the terminals, and then they said, I overloaded the terminal in my own game and found out why I haven't been doing it. I lost all my progress. If you overload a terminal that you're working at, funnily enough, it overloads the terminal and will blow it up, which is why I've not been taking that option. Occasionally, you can do some weird things with it, like run a companion over there in solo mode, hack a terminal, make it blow up and take out all the people. I remember using that tactic when I played on the highest difficulty once because it was just very funny to do so. You know, like stealthing over or just baiting all the enemies over, dragging them over to it and then blowing them up was quite funny. Another corpse. All right. Wow. I love all the little monkeys. Little tacks. Can we speak to them? Hello. They do a backflip. Don't know why that reminds me of World of Warcraft. Backflipping monkeys? Does that sound familiar? I don't think it sounds familiar. They do have an obsession in the Knights of the Old Republic games with... sorry, I'll go back to the equipment list in a second. But they do have an obsession in the Knights of the Old Republic games for having a big dark forest that you have to go through. And, look, it's happened twice. There's only been 2 games, though. And I know it's not weird that something would happen twice, but it's weird that it's happened every single time, and it's basically the same thing in both the forests. I'm not going to spoil exactly quite what I mean by that yet. We'll see in a moment. So is this a dead end up here, then? Or is this the whole thing? You'll see what I mean when we get there, but the 2 forests in this game and the other game, they're different planets. They have a strange amount in common. Yeah, so I think in one of these areas, we, like, tie a body of one of those tanks up or something, and it attracts something, but I don't remember. Parts and credits, thank you. So we've got the head of a droid now that basically tells us that Eli Gand, classic Eli Gand, has been scamming his partners, shot them, shot the droid, something like that. Might be able to get that other guy out of the enslavement that I think is implied that Eli Gand has him in. Anyway, for our headgear, right now we're just wearing any old shit. I mean, it's just that mask that gives us some skills, right? Because I thought it was better than nothing. This headgear is not very good, though. So there is an item in Korriban called a Sith Mask. It's not Darkside specific again, which I thought was a little weird. But it's a Sith Mask that gives you a weapon specialization in lightsaber. So you need the weapon proficiency and the weapon something. I can't remember what it's called. Now, let me just check our feats fast. Right, these ones here. So you get weapon proficiency, weapon focus, and then weapon specialization. I think if you've got those, it gives something else. I don't entirely remember. I think I mean, there's a chance it might just give weapon specialization again, at which point we've wasted a perk, but that's alright. It's a very good mask. It's the only headgear in the game that needs heavy armor. Right. Yes. Let's have a look at Bastila, see if we can get her a little bit more demolitions. I think her awareness is probably good enough at this point. Powers? Oh, man, I really want that, just to see if it will work on our character. Level 15. What level is she now? 11. Oh, we're bloody miles off of that one, then. Maybe a higher tier of Force Whirlwind, because that, without that power, we wouldn't have beaten that tough as nails Mandalorian, so I'm more than happy to go for that one again. Kandaros Ordo. Of the Clan Ordo. Trait injury? I guess so, sure. Feats for Kandaros. A bizarre sequel to Flowers for Algernon. What am I doing here? I want to... Oh, see, I don't really know what to do with Kandaros even now. I feel like we should just start putting him into blasters, because we've given him blasters, right? Go into two-handed weapons. I think he already has two-handed weapons. Go into blasters now that we've got the blasters. Yes. Because everybody says blasters are just better. It's probably worth spending a couple of feats on that. We're not going to run with Kandaros all the time. Let's go recover those mines. Now, remember what Jolie said. If he'd have wanted the poachers dead, he would have done it himself. So we have to... I mean, one way you can do it... Oh, she can't take this one apart. Oh, that's interesting. Average flash mine. She's too low to pick up an average mine. But they sell for a few hundred apiece. In that case, then, let's go to our guy. Let's give our guy the awareness +4 for the light scan visor. No, let's go will +2 so we can resist Dark Jedi a little bit more. Oh, I wanted to give her that, but of course she doesn't have... She doesn't have light armor proficiency. Bollocks. Well, that makes things a little more complicated. I mean, either way, that's probably more useful for us to have on anyway. Plus, it makes us look cooler. Yes? We'll ignore that one for now. Bastila.
Who are you, another civil merchant like that Koro slime up on the docking ring?
Hello.
This is my territory.
Well, it's not your
I don't
territory
make
at all.
deals, and I don't persuade easily, so go back topside. Mess with my profits, and I'll see you dead.
You'll be the first one here. I turned up the voices a little bit. Let me know how they sound, because I'll still have time to adjust it before the bolt recording begins, because you'll probably see that before I've done some of it. I think we could do it being slightly louder. The only problem is some of the enemy voices, like the creatures when you kill them and they scream, that also counts as voiceover volume, so it's not great. Are you the poachers Jolie told me about?
That crazy old fool is still alive. I suppose he's still upset that we don't all live in little homemade shacks like he chooses.
Yes.
I've got a job to do here, and there's nothing you or that old coot can do about it.
I might be interested in some work.
I could use an extra hand. A couple men have gone missing. If I lose many more, I'll have to close up shop. We are hunting the little simians. The tack. They have a gland that acts as a stimulant when powdered. I figure I've got 2 or 3 wealthy years to butcher the lot of them. You want in before I make them extinct?
Jesus. Maybe you should just pay me so I don't shut you down. This wholesale slaughter ends now. Again, we're not supposed to kill them. Don't you care that you could wipe out a whole species?
No. I'll be rich by then, and we won't need to do it anymore. I don't have to worry about it. Besides, if there's no more tack, the predators that eat them will die off, and we'll have an easier time milking this planet.
Okay. How do I... How can I stop them? What if I wanted to leave the Shadowlands?
Is that old hermit Jolie trying to talk you into doing his dirty work?
Something like that.
As long as the sonic emitters keep the Preds away, and I mean, if I can put up with my own worthless guards complaining...
Okay, so he said as long as the sonic emitters keep this place running, we haven't got anything to worry about.
Good.
So, the way I remember you have to do it is you have to use a stealth amplifier, and I'm not sure we have one, or a stealth emitter to sneak around and turn the sonic devices off. We'll give it a go.
I'm here.
We'll give it a go and see what we can manage with that. Let's go ahead and soak up these mines first. All right, Bastila, careful now. Average flash mine over there. We could just run over that one. Obviously, it's a flash mine. It would just stun you. But, I mean, it's like 150 credits, too. And some of the gear that I want is very expensive. And on the subject of gear that I want, our gauntlets right now are actually pretty damn good. We've got the best gauntlets we can get to right now. The only others are the Sith Power gauntlets on Manan, but that would require us to take dark side points if I remember correctly. Or there's a shop on Korriban that sells like +3 strength amplifiers. Bear in mind right now we've got +2. But if we combine it with a +1 from Cassius Fett's battle armor, between them we'll get 2 more modifier points to our strength level. So it would be worth it. The belt is the CNS strength enhancer, which I think... Careful there. Which I think...
Yes?
we might have. Yeah, so we've already got the best belt we can get. Ever. The belts are more for... They're more for giving bonuses to skills, that type of thing. So this is the repulsor barrier that Jolie can apparently let us through. So we are now at a complete dead end then. We've got to find a way to deal with these slavers. And who has the highest stealth in this team? How can I see levels? Skills, here we are. Stealth, 0. Stealth, 0. Stealth, 0. Brilliant. So it really doesn't matter who we're sending. Can we swap the party members out fast? Not from here. We would have to go back up the basket. Oh, shit. Right. Grandpole? No pressure. Well, firstly, heal yourself up, because throwing yourself on a frag mine is generally just not cricket. Unless they're on that stealth enhancer. Oh, we don't have one? So the only way we can clear this area is by killing them. Which I think would give us dark side points, and I'm a goody two-shoes. Damn it. Am I going to have to leave Korriban? Because I can't... We can't get past the... What if I just go and touch the stealth enhancers? Just see what they say. I imagine the guard will go... Hey, don't touch that. That's the only thing keeping the predators away from us. Let's try it. Access primary functions. Code not available. I'll turn it... Oh, no. We need an individual access code. Oh, interesting.
You want anything, you'll have to talk...
I'd rather ask about you. Why are you here?
Why am I here?
I'm here because this is where the commander told me to stand. I'm just a guard for this emitter.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'm not here because I know stuff.
This is a dangerous place. Could I persuade you to leave?
No more dangerous than walking out on the commander.
Okay. What do these emitters do?
They generate a sonic barrier that allows us to stay in this wonderful location. I don't know how it works, really.
Okay.
I just know that if they go down, the camp would be overrun.
So the emitters are keeping you here?
What of it?
So if someone could shut them down, you could leave.
I don't like being here, that's for sure. I suppose you could
there was
take
an
this
alternate
code
route.
and shut down the emitter I'm guarding. Enough of those emitters go down, and the camp will have to move out. But I never said anything.
So that's what I was talking about earlier when I said this is kind of one of the areas of the game where there's multiple approaches to it. So we can use our persuade powers. Terminate sonic emissions. Are we going to do that for every single one? Are you fucking joking? Oh, for God's sake.
You want anything, you'll have...
Hello. What are you doing here? I want to ask you some questions. Can I persuade you to leave? Back to my other questions. Tell us about the emitter. So someone shut them down. Oh, we've already got to ask every single one. Oh, that's a bit silly. That's a silly mechanic.
You want anything?
Fair enough. Talk about the emitter. Done. Guard.
You want anything?
Talk about the emitter. Done. Thank you. And final guy.
You want anything?
I love they've all got the same voice actor as well. They have no, like, dialogue changes at all. There you go.
What?
Oh, we only need to shut down 2. Oh, my God.
Run! Run!
Run! Run! I believe that right there is one of the Tyrantetex. Tyran... Those things. Remember the guy on Dantooine said, hey, be careful. There's a Tyrantetech over there. And then by over there, I guess he meant in the galaxy. Oh, Charlie light armor. Interesting. It's obviously not going to be better than what we've got, but it might be better for Canarus. +5/+5. He's got Davik's armor, right? Yeah, we're not going to get better than that for a while. All right, well, there you go. Poachers are dealt with.
Yes?
What are you doing? He hates metal boxes. I mean, Jolie did say... Let's see if we can avoid that. Jolie did say don't kill them. I don't know if sending a monster to kill them counts. Don't think it would. I don't think there was any other way we could have persuaded them politely to leave. We also got some of the tack glands. I don't know what we do with those. Guess we'll find out. Well, let's go and get old man Jolie. Man, I wish we could use Force Speed about now. Don't worry, as soon as Basta hits level 15, we'll be speeding about everywhere. We'll be unstoppable. But for the time being, we just got to do it the old-fashioned way. Jolie, I'm begging of you.
Welcome back.
Please take down this force
field.
field.
Much luck? Have you done as I asked?
The poachers are gone.
Yes, I could feel it as you walked near. And I don't sense the smell of death on you. You spared them. Interesting.
There was nothing to gain by killing them.
Wasn't there? I suppose not, but the environment would say otherwise if it could talk. No matter.
You mentioned barriers. There's a repulsor field I want to pass.
Yes, in the east past the poacher camp. I saw it when it was installed. It's a very effective barrier, but I know how to get past it. And on the other side, ancient answers.
Oh.
And perhaps a Wookiee you were seeking.
Wow, everything's on the other side. How did he get past the barrier then, I wonder? So, we've got Jolie. That means there's only one other companion in the entire game to find. Jolie is one of the better companions. He's kind of supposed to fill that niche that Bastila normally fills, in that he's just a you know, like a friendly buffing Jedi. So he's got Cure, Force Aura, Force Valor. It's not a bad start. Bear in mind he's only level 6, though. He's a Jedi Consular. And he is kind of unique in that he's grey with light side leanings. More the fact, it's just more that he moved away from being a Jedi, right? But he never went evil. What are we going to do with you then, Jolie? Wow, everything's like a cross-class skill for you then, huh? Besides awareness and treat injury. Ugh. We can start putting him in security. That'd be kind of funny. Alright, I'm up for that. Why not? I'm just trying to get people to fill the niches, you know? Force shield, force speed. So as if 2 of them are at least force speeding themselves. That's something. Jolie has pretty good dexterity. He's got pretty good wisdom. I guess we'll... I guess we start taking you into wisdom as well. Does give it a +3 modifier. Alright, fair enough. And then let's start going into security? Oh, what did we go into? We started going into computer use, right? So security would be alright, I suppose. And then force shield. We'll turn Jolie into another buff character. They keep us alive. We make everyone else unalive. With our big armor and big weapons. I like it. Okay, so as for your traits then, I feel like lightsaber... Oh, so he's got one-handed dueling. Okay. That's fine. Works okay. Let's go night speed. Oh, he's got 2 powers. Ah. Wowie. Alright, security level 2. Pathetic, but, you know, it's something. Better than treat injury when we've got this many Jedi kicking around with cure. I guess we'll go force whirlwind as well. With both of them pushing them over, we got a higher chance to succeed, right? Just throw enough until eventually one of them gets through. Powers. Stasis. Stasis could be good as well. I like that one. Okay, there he is. Jolie. Not very good in terms of traits right now, but he's alright. He's alright just as a guy to bring around. What have we got for you? Actually, fuck all. I can't equip him with anything. Give him a Jedi Knight robe. There you go. Ah! Welcome to the team.
Yes?
Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll also say with Jolie, Jedi support. There we go. Alright, so both Bastila and Jolie are going to be buffing us up now, and then we're going to slice everybody in half. I'll slice this whole damn planet in half. You can't stop me. Oh, we should have a chat with Bastila.
How can I help?
You wish to talk to me?
I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar.
My progress?
I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable.
Oh, what the hell
But
are you
I'm afraid
talking
you might
about?
stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand.
What are you trying to tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
I was going to make a Jacqueline McCafferty joke then, but I thought it was very tone deaf. You seem to know that temptation very well.
I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering.
Billions. We were on Taris, you
have
moron.
to become to perform such deeds gladly.
I couldn't see myself ever doing such things.
And that is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey
1
to
minute,
such
it's playing
horror,
Rayman on a
that we
Game Boy
have
Advance.
unlimited
Next thing you know, you're calling people
vigilance,
racial
and
slurs on
foresight.
League of Legends.
If only that were true.
It's a slippery
The Sith
slope,
have
the
become
dark
powerful
side.
because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own
Nuclear
knowledge
bombs.
against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side.
Can
Even
you see
when
the
the battle
kind
becomes
of flaw
weary.
here in our logic? The Sith will do whatever it takes, and you won't even realize you're doing it. So we must harden our hearts and do whatever it takes without even realizing. Do whatever is required, such as?
I don't know. The vision of our future
Yeah, that's what I
is
thought.
clouded by shadows.
How about
cast
bombing
from
an
the
entire
dark
planet
side.
from orbit?
But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
I'm going to be honest with you today. I've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure over the course of today while I was waiting for some stuff to do, and I've had enough bad British accents to last me a fucking lifetime. Because I watched the dub on Netflix while I was waiting for videos to render, that type of thing, cooking myself a little din-din. And I can't talk to Bastila. I'm up to my eyeballs in awful British dialect. He's a right old ragamuffin, him. Except when Americans do English accents, they always sound Australian. I genuinely thought it was set in Australia until they bought a Jack the Ripper. Bruce the Ripper. Anything Bruce rips is Fucking mad waves on Bondi Beach. Come on, Jolie, keep up. Oh, he's there. I hadn't seen him in a while. I thought it was... I thought he'd fallen back like Canderous. Right. Here we go. A shimmer of repulse field stands before you. It is in a stark contrast with the foliage around it.
There, you see? Beautifully subtle, isn't it? At least compared to the other Zerka equipment dumped down here. It's only been here a short while, or the Wookiees would have disabled it. They wouldn't have had an easy time of it, though.
What is this? Why place this thing here?
But there are others, each blocking similar points on certain paths. It is all very calculated, very precise. It would have been effective if it hadn't relied on the creatures to be walking. Climbers don't have much trouble getting around it.
Okay. I trust you can get past it? You said so.
I can manipulate it for a moment. Let me see. How did the Zerka engineers do it? There we go.
Alt F4.
Now, keep moving.
Thank God we brought him along. I'm sure we wouldn't have been able to figure it out by ourselves.
I'll wager.
Okay, then. I also wrote down the best lightsaber crystals that we can relatively easily get at our level. One is on Korriban, one is on Tatooine.
What?
Outside of that, it's really not worth worrying about because the only other lightsabers drop like really, really late game lightsaber crystals. Already pretty powerful. It's a Wookiee fighting Mandalorians. Mandalorians fighting in a jungle is exactly what I was getting at earlier. Both games have Mandalorians in a jungle. Oh no, he's dead. Oh no! And now they're going after the Wookiee. What about the Mandalorian attack on the Wookiees? Oh, look at the buffs! I think they both did the same attack simultaneously though, which very much just wasted our time. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun if they are just spending their time levitating enemies for us. It's Guarar. 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 I would speak with you. Great backer, let this outsider be different than the slavers. I beg you, can you heal my wounds? An attack from nowhere, please, I need to be healed. What happened here? Please, I need to be healed, I'm dying. I have the means to heal you, here. I thank you, I would have not expected an outsider to aid me. Perhaps you will help me again. My hunting party, all of them killed without honor. I barely survived. I want the murderers to suffer the same. What can you tell me about your attackers? Never seen that kind before, not even among Zerka. You saw them, armored head to toe, yet blending with the forest. They followed us for a while. We found bodies to the southwest and then again further south of the west branch of the path. Their speed was amazing. They fought like outsiders, wait until we were unarmed. They would not attack until we put our weapons away. They strike like cowards. Sounds like Mandalorians to me. I'll look into it. I thank you. I'll wait here. I'm too weak to fight them again. But I refuse to leave the Shadowlands until vengeance is sated. If you kill them, I'll reward you with what I can. They're not worthy of life. Look for them where the bodies of my fellows are. They will only attack you if you are not armed, the cowards. Your light side points for that. What, for not murdering him? I'd fucking hope so. Man, these Mandalorians have good loot, huh? Mandalorian blaster. Why did they all have the same accent? I mean, I get that they were bred from Jango Fett. But it doesn't make any sense that all the clones had his accent. Do you think babies are born and have an accent? Depending on what their parents have, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Wah! Wah!
You shall fall.
Yes! Look at him spin. Oh, what a leap! I couldn't believe you could do it from there. That's incredible. Force jump is so fucking good. When it was. Let me clarify. Wow, having these two along is really making it just a walk in the park, huh? And they can do good damage with their sabers too. I just kind of wish they wouldn't... I wish there was a bit more kind of synchronization between them. Both of them doing the same buff, or both of them... Oh, hello. Freya! Both of them doing the same buff, or both of them... You know, trying to stun the enemy at the same time, or stunning an enemy that's already stunned. Hello. More of you Zerka Korats. Even the heart of Kashyyyk not free from your kind.
He's almost feral after all this time. Calm yourself, Freya. We are friends. Don't you remember me?
After years in the Shadowlands, I only remember that outsiders are not to be trusted. I'll see you dead.
Well, this may prove difficult.
I assume it's going to be a fight, but we're not supposed to kill him. Jolie! Jolie's down? Holy crap! Oh my god, okay, Freya hits like a truck. Wasn't expecting that. There you go. I'm beaten. Take my head, Zerka filth. You won't get another chance. So swears fair of Kashyyyk. I'm not here to kill you, or we can say Chundar sends his regards now, die. The words of outsiders are tainted with lies. You can't convince me otherwise. Do you know Zalbar and Chundar? What? Those are my sons. Why do you speak their names? Tell me. My name is Grandpa Crap. I came to Kashyyyk with Zalbar. To my shame, Zalbar was exiled and enslaved. Do you dare to claim me my son's owner, outsider? No, he follows me because of a life debt. Does he? Then he sees something of worth in you. Listen. I will listen cautiously. Gullibility has harmed me in the past. If only I had seen the lies of Chundar, he would have been exposed as a slaver. Zalbar would not have been exiled. I do not believe Zalbar's claims. I believe the elder boy as tradition dictated. The shame of Zalbar's attack blinded me. And then we can say, I've heard enough, your death comes next. Which is more of the classic dark side dialogue in this game making no fucking sense. Go over what happened with Zalbar. Zalbar saw it first. He learned that Chundar was dealing with Zerka, leading them to our hunting parties. Chundar would blame disappearances on the dangers of the Shadowlands. Zalbar was crazed when he found out. He attacked Chundar with his claws. I thought he had gone mad, shed his honor. I was bound by the old ways. So Zalbar was exiled. When did you learn the truth? A year later. By then, Chundar had spread lies of my own madness. I had no allies when I confronted him. He and his Zerka guards attacked me. I had to retreat to the deeper Shadowlands, but even there they followed.
That's when I first saw him. I helped his pursuers lose him for a moment.
Jolie's losing a lot of fucking blood.
Freya?
We're going to pan back over. We're going to see him missing a leg. Yes, I do. I'm sorry about attacking. It's been so long since I offered my trust. What happens now? That'll depend on you, Grandpa Crap. You will either kill me or decide I may yet benefit my people. There is a way I might challenge Chundar, but it would take a lot to convince people they've been lied to. How? Everybody is on his side. He has a strong web of lies, but if I appeal to the traditions of my people, I might be able to gather support. There is a legend of a great warrior from the old times. Baka was his name, and he is greatly revered. Baka found a crashed starship, our first hint of life elsewhere. He was a cautious old book and feared the tainted invaders. He constructed a vibroblade from the wreckage. It has long symbolized our independence. Only destined leaders have it. Where might I find it? That's the problem. It was a symbol of our great chieftain for centuries, but it was damaged a generation in a ritual battle. Here in the Shadowlands, Rawthra fought a great beast. He sought a challenge, but his arrogance got him more than he could handle. He survived, but the blade of the sword stayed in the creature's hide. Our tales say it was taken because we had become undeserving. The hilt is still in the court of the chieftain with Chundar. If the blade could be found, Grandpa Crap, tradition could cast doubt on his rule. Describe the creature. Where can I find it? Many have tried to hunt the beast, but only few have seen it live to tell the tale, and none have ever managed to kill the creature. Many years ago, when I was far younger than I am now, a Jedi came to hunt the creature, a pound and boastful young man. Like many before him, he did not return. The beast is cunning. It will not appear if there is overwhelming number waiting to slay it, but if you gather in small numbers, we know how to lure it. Fresh blood will draw it out. Before Chundar's rule put an end to the ritual, fresh kills were left as offerings in the south of this area. Okay. I will try and find it. Can you give me any directions? It's south of here. He just fucking said that. If the great beast is lured out hiding, it may be done there using the old ways. The flesh of a fresh kill would be tempting bait. Finds an appropriate beast of sufficient mass to attract it. I will stay here and think of what to say to Zalbar. I've wronged him. I hope you can forgive me. I'll be here. Please, Grandpa Crap, find the blade of Baka's sword. Alright. Well, first things first, let's heal up ourselves and Jolie. Grow his arm back. There you go. Bastel, you can cure as well, right? Why is our level of cure higher than theirs?
Sure.
How has this happened? Are we a higher level than them? That's not right. They level at the same pace as you, right? Well, I have no idea. So we've got to find a body of a sufficiently large creature to leave as an offering to the beast. So we could try the Viper Kinrath. God, it's so silly. Are these big enough, do you think? We can't loot them. Is this the right place? Is this what I was thinking of earlier? You like tie it to these vines or something. Okay, so it's an attack, and it's definitely not a Viper Kinrath, I assume. Maybe this isn't the right area. Maybe in the right area there'll be something to with a larger body we can put down. Okay. Brilliant. Come on then. Let's get this over with. South of here? So it could be around this corner, I suppose. I think it'd be a bit more obvious. It would be like a big old clearing, right? I don't think this is it either. Ah, but over here, this seems a bit more... Ah, ritual marker. There you go. There are ancient symbols here, worn as though traced by generations of Wookiee claws. Layers of moss and dirt suggest no one has been here in many years. The beast comes when summoned if you are generous. It comes to battle if you are worthy and brave. It grants you glory if you are fearsome and brave. Feed the beast and it will heal your call. Take vipers from their lair and hang them from above, like the blood scent of the ground of our ancestors. Obviously, this is once a place of great ritual importance. And here we have a dead Wookiee. So, they said that they will not attack if you are armed. So, if we quite literally got to unequip our lightsabers. I guess so. Think that'll be enough? He did say that the Mandalorians only appear when unarmed.
Yes.
Have we all got to be unarmed, do you think? That's an interesting mechanic, I suppose.
Yes?
Still nothing. They wouldn't make you fight them without a weapon, though, surely. I guess not. Hang on, let's have a look at the journal. A Wookiee lost. You found a corpse of... Oh, yeah, we need to check that pad as well, don't we? Freya, hidden hunters. Look for the bodies where his fellows are. The outsiders only appear once they have put their weapons away. Disarming may be the only way to flush them out. I've done that, but they didn't appear. Maybe this Wookiee is unrelated to the group. Maybe this Wookiee is just there as kind of... I don't know, as like a hint at... I don't know. It seems like there's... I mean, 2 Wookiee here. Maybe we have to beat the beast first, but it could also be something to do with the ritual marker, huh? Well, I suppose... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go unarmed for a little while. We've got a high strength level. We could punch a hole clean through whatever appears. And we'll see if that's enough to... Can we leap without a lightsaber? That's a shame. Like a flying elbow. Oh, man. We suck without force powers. Oh, sorry. Without the lightsaber. Let's hope the force powers are enough to keep it going then, huh?
The force fights with me.
You can't do an unarmed build in this game, can you? I'd assume not, given that we've got a pretty crazy strength level and we're still only doing kind of pathetic amounts of damage. I say that. I mean, we're obviously doing okay here. Still can't loot these Viper
Let's see what you
though.
got.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to speak to you. Never.
And I suggest we move...
I agree. Can we loot these? Still nothing, huh? Unarmed. Maybe they'll... I mean, I don't know how I can, you know, unarm myself more than this. Oh, remains. Ah, it looks like a Kinrath body. Ah, there you go. Nice. I guess it's just a rare drop from them or something like that. So there's definitely Wookiee bodies over there. So we'll just kind of bear that in mind. There's a Wookiee body here. Ah, there you go. Cowardly Mandalorians. And we've got to fight them unarmed. Fucking hell. Okay. And I assume you can't re-equip mid-combat, can you? I'm going to guess no. Oh, you can. Well, what the hell is the point in making me unequip my weapon if I'm allowed to equip it again? Give Jolie the double-bladed lightsaber. I mean, it's 4 to 26 plus 9. Alright, dark side Jolie. Sod it. For no reason in particular, other than I kind of like it. Do we have a better lightsaber than that, or is that our good lightsaber? So that is 13 to 31 plus 20, but if we use a short lightsaber, it just gives us a higher chance to hit on the main hand. Is the damage better overall, though? I don't know about that, Chief. Yeah, so we lose a little bit on the high end. We lose in +4 maximum damage, but the chance to hit is higher on the main. It's whether or not that +2 chance to hit will make up for the damage that we're losing. I don't think it's worth it for the time being. Bear in mind that lightsaber will also be... There you go. Will also be very, very basic. You know, it's unupgraded. Look at the front. Oh, it's so good. It's like playing Pinata. What's that guy doing? Oh my god, our stun worked. Oh, I think I might have hit Bastila. She just fell over. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's another group of Mandalorians dealt with. Mandalorian Ripper. Whoa. Mandalorian Datapad 2. Thank you. And then I assume Mandalorian Datapad 3. Oh, Mandalorian Assault Rifle. You okay, Bastila? You don't look it. Yeah, we'll throw out a couple of heals.
I'm here.
God, why ever level up tree injury, huh? Look at this. We're already back to full.
What?
Okay. So, let's check our journal then. Group of Mandalorians in the Shadowlands training new recruits in attacking unarmed creatures. They have camouflage generators on their swoops to further stray the odds in their favor. Oh, interesting. Okay. So that's what we know for now then. Right. Let's go and have a look over here. So there are more Mandalorians, but they're even more camouflaged than what we assume they are right now. Or more specifically, they got swoop bikes that are also camouflaged. Okay. Let's go over here then. So it's like more or less a dead end. Oh, look, more... Can we unequip just our main character? Nope. Alright. Where's Bast? Oh, no, wait, we can. So there's a very specific trigger. Right, got it. So maybe we were doing it right back where we were before. It's just that I hadn't stepped on, like, the right tile. Which is a little bit silly, but, you know. Get him, squad. It's fucking Mandalorian. They're not going to attack unless we're unarmed, but they'll give us plenty of time to rearm ourselves. That Wookie was making it up. He just wanted to kill some Mandalorians. God damn. We leveled up again. Wowee. Oh! Who threw that? The one that's stealth, maybe. Okay. Mandalorian Assault Rifle. Very nice. It'd be good money, if nothing else. Mandalorian Ripper. Swoop Bike Signal Device. Ah, there you go. So now we can find their leader, perhaps. Okay. And in here is nothing at all. Interesting. Okay. So I think that will give us a way to find the swoop bikes, right? Ah, I found them. I guess we'll unequip again. Maybe it just makes them visible if you've got the pad. Who knows? They're going to attack? Mandalorian swoops. Ah, here you go. Replace the signal device and activate it. Oh!
You have interrupted our hunt, interloper. The inhabitants of this world could do little against us. But you appear to be a threat. Our training here will continue without your interference.
Well, the last Mandalorian red armor I fought proved to be a right ass. Mandalorian commander. Luckily they're already kind of damaged, I guess, from their training. Alright. Good luck, team. Make sure we got the right lightsabers equipped again. So we're going to open up with Jolie. We're going to go send him. Bastila, we'll try stasis. They might be different resists. I think they're probably the same. Oh, in that case, you go whirlwind. Jolie, let's go stasis. Grampole, let's go slice and dice. Oh, he resisted both. Oh no. Oh, he's quite strong. Oh my god, they are very, very strong. Okay. Oh shit. Damn it. Oh, I knew that was not going to go well. I was thinking, should I level up? It seemed a bit scummy to level up mid-combat to avoid dying there. Oh, it's put us all the way back here. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Lord. You know what? I'm just going to go through it all again fast. Remember, kids, if there's a problem you come across in life that you can't defeat, just do a load of drugs. Like a staggering amount of drugs. And then you two will be able to chop that problem right in half. Assuming that problem is a giant red Mandalorian, assuming you're a Jedi. A drug-addled Jedi. Okay, so this time, slight change of plan. We're going to get Jolie to take these people out. Jolie and Bastila can take out... Oh, fucking hell! Send him! Okay, we got one of them. I think it's honestly worth trying to take this guy out too. Fucking come on. Our main character's doing fine. He took him out. We took him out no problem this time. There you go. I guess it really was just a case of knocking these two out of the fight really did make all that difference. And, of course, the copious amount of drugs.
Yes?
What have we got here? Mandalorian Helmet. Oh, Mandalorian Ripper, Armor Reinforcement, Nerve Amplification Belt, and Mandalorian Heavy Armor. Very nice. Then we've got a med pack. And Mandalorian Assault Rifle. Now, I believe the helmet is just a quest item that you take to the guy. You can't put it on, which is a bit of a shame, because I kind of like to put it on. All right. That, my friends, is the end of the Mandalorians. We should really level up. I should have expected that was going to be obviously a hard fight. Every Mandalorian has been. Look at us. Look at how good we are. The nicest guy who's ever lived. So we're going to computer use. I guess we'll do another point in Persuade. Bear in mind, we'll go up to 90 and then we'll never do it again. Wow, okay, this is a hard choice. What is not restricted by armor? Force push? Lightning? I mean, it would be super expensive for us because we're such a nice guy. Energy resistance? Effect... I'm going to go Affect Mind. Because it gives us some unique dialogue options. Our modifier is +10. It's with the drugs, don't forget. That's with the drugs. Wow, and if we go to our equipment screen, it should show the lightsaber damage, right? 16 to 39. Fucking hell. I assume that's with the modifier added on. I mean, even if it's not, it's still fucking nuts. Alright, so there's only one place left to go in the forest now, and that's whatever's around this corner here. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Oh, watch out. Oh, plasma mines.
I'm here.
Bastila? Oh. Hello there. Can you take these out? Let's go too low. Oh, no. Is there any way we can give her... There's no way at all we can give her a bonus to her... demolitions. Oh. God. Armor? I'm going to assume not. Nope. Oh, no. Bastila, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. Well, I guess we'll just tiptoe around it. Tiptoe around it. Star map. Hey, there it is. Oh, it's sealed. Hello?
Life forms detected. Determining parameters.
Oh, you speak English.
Initiating neural recognition.
Yes, there's the thing. Obstinate machine. I've no doubt it holds what you seek. Good luck getting it operational.
Thanks,
Primary
Joey.
neural recognition complete. Preliminary match found.
Match found? What the... It always muttered something about rejected patterns for me.
Begin socialized interface. Awaiting instruction. Greetings. This terminal has not been accessed for quite some time.
Weird. Okay, well, we're a match found, apparently. Jolie has also turned into a plant. Why is this terminal here? Who placed this terminal here?
Error. Subject displays unfamiliarity to environment. Behavioral reconfiguration will be needed before access. I am sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. I will answer questions to the best of my programming limitations.
Okay. Well, I see information about a star map.
Accessing? Yes, I have found a star map in original system memory. Access is restricted.
Original system memory, so the map is as old as this installation?
Error. Data regarding author of the star map is corrupted.
Okay. What do I need to do to gain access to the star map?
Your request requires additional security access. You must be made to match the parameters I have been supplied.
Okay. How can I match them when I don't know what they are?
There are measures available. Personality profiling will verify the basic structure of your conscious mind.
They're going to probe
With
me.
that, I will determine whether you are ready to receive the star map, or can be made ready.
Okay. Sure. What do you mean by behavioral reconfiguration?
I have been programmed with a very limited field of knowledge.
Okay, so we won't answer a question. Alright. Can we do that now? How do I tell them to do it?
I have been...
Yeah, okay. And if I don't fit that pattern...
I can't say. I will try to bring forward the behavior that you need to proceed.
Okay, then. That seems very helpful. Why have I been allowed access?
I can't say.
Brilliant. Do you not know why you're restricted from saying?
I can't say. Likelihood of restriction by previous user, 100%.
Brilliant. Okay. What do I do then? I want to ask you a question about you in this installation.
I utilize a retro-adapted holocron interface.
Don't we all?
Verify your questions, and I will attempt to access original system memory.
I want to access the star map. I don't know what to ask. Okay. Okay. What? We've already asked that.
Accessing.
Yes. Okay. What if I fail?
Then you are not worthy of...
Okay. What will rejection mean?
Information unavailable. If you have further questions, ask them...
Okay. Okay, so we had to say, what if I fail to begin the evaluation? I knew there was an option there somewhere. Go on then.
Evaluation commencing. Result will be compared against the pattern in memory. Just act like you should. You travel with a Wookie and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for each of you. However, call Zalbar a traitor, and he will serve 5 years, while you serve none. He is offered the same deal. But if you both accuse the other, you both serve 2 years.
This is the prisoner's dilemma.
What do you trust him to do?
It's a philosophical question about pretty much exactly this thing. However, for those of you who live in the UK, they took this philosophical question that's meant to be deeply troubling about the, an assessment of human nature and how self-preservation may override our morals at the drop of a hat. They turned into a fucking TV show on UK TV called Golden Balls, where at the end of the TV show, sorry to go on a tangent here, the two people had the chance to win the money. One of their balls, they had these balls with a word written on the inside of the lid. One said split, the other said steal. If they both split, they both got the money. If they both steal, neither get the money. But if one of them steals, the one person who steals get the money, right? You don't know what the other person's going to pick. They had to convince each other that they were going to split the money. And it was fucked watching these people break down in tears because the person opposite has stolen all the money. Good old-fashioned British TV. Right. He's up for the same deal, but both accuse one another. I mean, so it's 2 years if we accuse one another. It's a year if we both keep silent. Or it's 5 years for one of us if the other accuses us. Okay. I'm unsure what Zalbar would say. I've accused him to stay safe. That's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer, because he might think the same thing. The safest for you, personally... I mean, look, a year versus 2 years is barely any difference, but 5 years is significant. Minimum, you would accuse him, but I think you would say nothing. Let's try it.
Are you sure? If you turn, you risk 2 years, or none at all. If you reply on loyalty, you risk 1 year, or 5. Your loyalty is dangerous. Your companion could take the opportunity to benefit by turning on you.
I know what they're getting at.
Zalbar's family is mired in treachery. What loyalty do they know?
The safest...
Your answer is incorrect.
I was about to say that the safest answer would be to accuse him, because you're either getting, at that point, no years or 2 years, right? But I'm trying to be a good guy light side man. Then I would change my answer. The choice is mine, I refuse to alter it. It might be a trick question.
You cannot refuse. Evaluation must continue. You must match the pattern in memory. Your memory. I must demand honest acceptance of the proper behavior. That is a condition of my programming.
Okay, continue with your evaluation then.
The previous incorrect response will be discounted. Future incorrect responses will result.
Okay, so it wants us to be a horrible person.
You are at war. Deciphering an intercepted code. You learn 2 things about your enemy. A single spot in their defense will be at its weakest in 10 days, and they will attack one of your cities in 5 days. What do you do with this information? What is the most efficient course of action?
Here you go. We do nothing for the city. We prepare our forces to attack.
Very good. If you had moved to evacuate the city, you would have alerted the enemy to their lost codes. Ultimate victory required the death.
So the first question is to be like, hey, you need to be a dick.
You wisely ignored sentiment in your decision.
Victory is irrelevant. Stopping the war saved more people. That's right. The death of those people would spur my forces on. This is distasteful. I'll just take you apart to get the star map. Alright, go on then.
You achieved the proper result with logic that does not match the pattern in memory. I shall adjust my evaluation. Hypothetical. Remove the ongoing war from the previous example. Consider enemy states to be weak and remote. With no external threat, your empire stagnates. Your people become complacent and begin to question you.
Right.
Same scenario as before. You discover an impending attack, but also a weakness that will come after. How do you react?
I do nothing so I can attack their weak spot later, save more lives. I stop the attack, I appear to be a hero. I let the attack happen. Now, this guy it just made a big point of saying how the Empire has become stagnated and weak because of no enemies. So I'm going to say I'll let the attack happen.
Of course you do. It makes the most strategic sense. Your people will rally beneath you against the common foe.
You just gotta be a
As their
cop.
eyes turn outward, your rule will strengthen. The trappings of war grant many opportunities. You have matched the pattern in memory. I recognize you, and will fulfill my designated function.
Sure. They just wanted us to be a terrible person. Why test me? Who have you done this for?
That information is not available. Soon you will recognize the proper course to follow. The star map is yours. This unit has now completed its primary duty and has finished with the subject. Executing final action. Activation of star map commencing.
Ah, there you go, team. Star map number 2. Now, this is quite significant, or I suppose... Yeah, no, this is star map number 2, isn't it? This is quite significant because this means that we will unlock new items in shops. There'll be new quests that become available. We're getting dark side points and light side points, so maybe there was an alternate route there.
Well, well, a star map.
To getting through.
An ancient artifact of dark side power. Can't say I'm surprised. I always knew there was something.
What makes it
funny
dark
down
side
here.
power?
I wonder if
Just
the
map.
star map has had an effect on the evolution of the creatures here in the Shadowlands. Might explain why it's so dangerous down here. An interesting theory, but I suppose we don't have time to test it now, do we?
No, we don't.
Now that we've got what you came for, we should be heading back up to the treetops.
Okay. Well, let's go and have a look. And that's it. That's the star map, all right. Okay, watch the mines on your way out, children. Right, let's check our... Does Jody just use half of his health? Oh, good lord. Alright, there you go. Right, let's check our dialogue then and see what we've got. So, Bastila, yep, honest debt. So we've got to take the droid's head back to Eli. Wookie lost. Bowcaster bolt and a data pad. So I guess we just take that back to the surface. Quest for the Starforge, yep. Canderous, yep. Kashyyyk. The injured Wookiee Gror will be pleased that his fallen comrade has been avenged. So what we need to do before we head out, Jolie, you moron, is to bait out the creature with the body of the Kinrath that we got. So let's go. Actually, before we do that, let's go to speak with the Wookiee. Tell him that, we'll go tell him that we've dealt with the Mandalorians. I'm sure he'll be quite pleased to hear that. We'll send him on his merry way. Maybe we'll get some XP for it. Maybe a fancy item. Who knows? Then we'll go kill the big monster. Get the blade. Everybody's happy. Except for all of these people have been murdered. Except for those, everybody will be happy. In fact, it's the... you know what? We'll go kill the monster first. It's on. It's down this path, so we might as well go there while we're here. But I think we've done everything on Kashyyyk now, as far as I remember. There's a couple of things left to do. Loose ends to tie up, but the planets themselves really aren't that long. This planet in particular is very self-contained. It feels like it's just an extension on the tutorial in some ways because of the concept that it introduces. You know, some of the more puzzle mechanics, that type of thing. And having to do certain mechanics to achieve certain goals. Putting your weapons away to battle the Mandalorians, for example. Oh, here we are. Alright. Tie the Kinrath corpse to the vine. And they call it a vine. A vine! Oh, God. Oh, my God, look at that thing. Sonic the Hedgehog. Whee! It is the ritual beast. And we're in there. Oh, no. Oh, shit, it's not pissing around, huh? Oh, stop trying to use force powers on it. It's immune. Just slice it to bits, team. Oh, my God, we are annihilating it.
Take that!
Examining the corpse of the great beast, you find a blade of some sort lodged in its side. Skin has grown around it. While certainly painful, it appears the blade didn't cause surface damage to the creature. Who knows how long it lived with this injury? You remove the blade from the corpse. It must be the one Freya spoke of. The portion of the backer's lost soul. A powerful symbol of his people. Sorry, I'm trying to suppress hiccups here. There you go. Oh, our friends leveled up, but we didn't. Rubbish. Where's the body of the monster? I want to see if it had any loot. Oh, I mean, I guess it did have loot. It was the sword. Pow. Not remains, but I don't think that's it, right? Ah, Circle of Suresh and Gunhan's journal. Oh, is that the Jedi that was eaten by the beast? How do I get to the journals again? We go in here and we go show new items, and then we go through just about every fucking item. The datapad was recovered from the remains of the Tarantatek. I have no idea how you say that. It must have been devoured by the beast. It appears in the personal journal of Gun Hansa Resh. The last entry explains what he was doing on Kashyyyk. Duran and Shahala have given their passion for each other. They are doomed to fall to the dark side. I tried to warn them of expressing their love, but they called me arrogant and accused me of being the one to the dark side. I left the fools on Korriban. But I'm not about to abandon the mandate given to me by the Jedi Council. I would destroy the Tarantatek wherever I find them. I have heard rumors such as the beast may exist in the Shadowlands of Kashyyyk. So, this guy was a Jedi put on the big hunt that you remember the guy was telling us about before? Wisdom +5 restricted to the light side. Wow. If Jolee can wear that... Oh, he's not light side enough. Bastila can wear it, though? She is light side enough. Definitely good for her. She can't wear heavy armor anyway, and it's certainly better giving a Wisdom +5 than it is an Aural Amplifier. That's one of the best light side items in the game. The problem is it's a bit pointless for us. Because we're in heavy armor, we're so limited in what we can do anyway, right? A bit more dexterity for Bastila. There are some good dexterity gauntlets, but we're quite far away from that. I wonder if 14 demolition we could... oh, look at that. Wow. I wonder if we could take apart the other thing now that we had before. Heal? I think heal. I wonder if we could take apart the other mines that there were. And Jolee. I'm going to give you wisdom then. It's a shame he's not a bit more towards the light side. And like I said, in this game, unfortunately, you can't make it so that your companions are influenced to the light or dark side, which is a bit of a shame. Let's give you, I guess, Master Dueling. For your powers, we'll also go heal as well. Why not? It's probably a bit redundant, to be honest, to give him heal on top of Bastila. Can we bother to go back and get that flash mine? I think they stood on it, though, didn't they, and blew it up. I think Jolee lost half his health blowing it up, and I'm not sure I can be bothered to go back for a couple of hundred. To be completely honest with you. So on Korriban, there is another Pazak dealer that plays infinite Pazak. So if we want money, I could just sit there for a few hours and do that. Or we play high-stakes Pazak. But we'll have to get the high-stakes Pazak mod. It'll probably also just make us bankrupt, so I might not do that. Hello, I greet you again, Grandpa Crap. I am humble. Hoping you have found the blade of Bacca's sword. Imagine, Chieftan Freya, humble. Please, tell me you made progress. Having the blade will give me valuable support. I have found the blade of Bacca's sword, or we can show I'd rather kill you, Wookie. Ooh. I'm not going to say that. That would be obscene. You have. Please let me see it. I must be sure. Here, take it. I'm sure this is the one. It is. It may not look like much, but it's a very important relic of my people. Tradition dictates it must be respected. I didn't think I was worthy to search for it, but I realized that was selfish to spare. I should have challenged Chundar long ago. I will make amends now. I have a new hope. Roll credits. You've led me to this. Perhaps it is what the great beast wanted. It's time to take the fight to Chundar himself, or we should proceed carefully. That sounds a bit more Jedi, doesn't it? I will come to the surface as quickly as possible and try to gather the support. You will have to follow on the path as soon as you can, Grandpa Crap. When you arrive, we will confront Chundar in the throne room. Yeah! And then we're going to overthrow Space Amazon. I mean, Zerka. Someone in the comments yesterday was like, does anybody else not find it weird that the the evil space corporation is playing both sides? I mean, why wouldn't they, you know? Both the sides need their weapons, their armor, their supplies. So it does make sense. Gwurrahur. You return. Have you found them? Did you kill them all? There are animals in armor with no one amongst them. The Mandalorian hunters are dead. I killed them all. Yes, I see the trophy helmet from the one that gave orders. Their bodies will not last long in the Shadowlands. I'm glad. The taint of them, their cowardice, the forest will consume it all. I hope this gives my hunting brethren peace. I hope it does. Goodbye. Wait, you've helped me in avenging my fellows. I must acknowledge that. Even though you're an outsider, you are, and are not to be truly tested. You've acted as a fellow Wookiee would have. Here, take this, a symbol of my hunting clan. When you look at it, remember that we reward respect, even from outsiders. Ah, thank you. What did he give us? Probably some garbage. A Chani Vibroblade. Was that actually what he gave us? No. Crystal, I'm hoping? No? Maybe it wasn't a Chani Vibroblade. I can't see anything else that makes sense. Maybe he gave us cold, hard drugs. Next door crystal. I wonder if it was that. We do have 2 lightsaber crystals to try out, next door and diamond. Don't get me wrong, the Chani Vibroblade isn't bad. 3 to 12, plus its balance, plus it gives a +2 attack modifier, plus it does +2 cold damage as well. So it's pretty nice. What about that Mandalorian armor? What's that like? Defense bonus 12! It's unupgradable. And Kalonord's battle armor goes up to 12 as well. But the other armor, Cassus Vex, goes up to 13. Oh, does that not give immunity to mind effects? Maybe that's after you've upgraded it. Maybe that's what I was getting confused with. I mean, this is the heaviest armor we've got right now, and we also look fucking awesome with it, so I'm wearing this. That is just obscene. Why is there no armoring on the arse? Your arse, your spine, your kidneys, they're so revealed in this. Also, let's check our journal, make sure we've got everything. So, found the corpse of a missing Wookie Raw War. Okay. So, I guess we'll speak to someone on the surface about that. We've also got to go and have a chat with Eli Gand, who's got that guy in prison. Can we return to the Ebon Hawk from here? I certainly hope so. Nah. No such luck. Gonna make us run all the way back. Unbelievable. Well, anyway, you know what? Why don't we call it here for today? Because it's just going to be me running back for the next 10 minutes now. And tomorrow, we will resolve Kashyyyk. And then I think we'll head out to the next planet. And maybe we'll do a little bit of shopping along the way. I'll go ahead and record that episode after I've had a drink. But then I'll make sure there's a gap so you can give me any feedback just in case like volume issues or anything like that. Hey, Bastila. Can you pick this up now? Come on. Oh, still too low. Well, never mind. I tried.
What?
Anyway, see you all tomorrow.